Welcome to this online lesson of social studies. Let's learn together. In this lesson, we learn about formation of features due to faulting in the environment. Look at this picture. What is this? Faulting is the cracking or the fracturing of the rocks of the Earth's crust. What causes faulting? The three main causes of faulting are compressional forces, tensional forces, and the shear force. Compressional force is a situation whereby rocks are pushed together and they end up breaking. As you can see on your screen, compressional force are acting on the Earth's crustal rocks until a fault line develops on the crystal rocks. Next, we have shear forces. Shearing, rocks slide past each other. And as you can see on your screen, you can see that with shear forces acting on the Earth's crustal rocks, you can see this is a shear force and this another shear force. And as rock slides past each other and these forces continue acting on the Earth's crustal rocks, a fault line is going to develop on the crustal rocks as I'm showing you on the screen. We also have tensional force. Tension is where rocks are pulled apart and they crack. As you can see, this towards this direction and this towards this direction, that's what we refer to as tension. And as the rocks are being pulled apart, a crack develops, which we are referring to as fault. There are three main types of faults, as you can see. One, we've got the normal fault, we've got the reverse fault, and the strike-slip fault. Those are the main types of faults. Normal faults, they are caused by tension force. Reverse faults are caused by compressional force. The strike-slip fault is caused by a shear force, that side-to-side force. Kindly take a look at what is happening on your screen. Take a look. What do you see? Which of these is a normal fault? Which of these is a strike-slip fault? Wonderful. Next, we shall look at formation of mountains due to faulting. Formation of mountains due to faulting. On A, we can see compression forces acting on the Earth's crustal rocks. As you can see here, they are compressing. And as they continue compressing on the Earth's crystal rocks, a fault line develops. You can see we have a fault line here, and here also with a fault line. Compression, upward and downward forces acting on the Earth's crystal rocks. So you can see these are compressional forces towards, and then we've got an upward force that's acting on the middle part. So at the end of the day, we shall have a block mountain being formed with the host or the reason part being now the block mountain. So basically, that's how a block mountain is formed. A block mountain is a highland formed when large blocks of the Earth's crust are pushed up between faults. It's formed when tensional forces pull the Earth's crust apart. The blocks of land either rise, that's the host, or sink, the grabens. The raised blocks become the block mountains. Let's look at example of block mountains that we have in Africa. With Mount Rwenzori, which is at the border of Uganda and Democratic Republic of Congo, and it's the highest block mountain in Africa. We also have got Pare and Usambara. These are found in Tanzania. We also have Danakil Alps that are found in Ethiopia. And in Kenya, with Mau and Aberdare ranges. Next, with formation of the Rift Valley. A rift valley is a long, narrow lowland formed when the Earth's crust sinks between two faults due to tensional forces. It's formed when tensional forces pull the crust apart. Blocks on either side rise or remain stable. The middle block sinks and it ends up creating a valley. Examples of rift valleys with the East African Rift Valley. And as you can see, the giant splint in the landscape is as a result of two tectonic plates separating. So this is what we call the Rift Valley. What I'm showing you now with my pointer, I hope you can see it. Good. The same, it's still showing the formation of the Rift Valley. If you look at these arrows here, the ones that are pointing, these ones too, and these ones, they are pulling apart with the middle part sinking, forming the Rift Valley. Next, we look at the effects of faulting to human activities. Faulting has got positive effects and also has got negative effects. Let's start with positive effects. We start with positive effects. Positive effects. Now, for the positive effects, one, we've got formation of valuable minerals. Faulting exposes mineral veins like gold, copper, or gemstones, and this supports mining activities. The second positive effect of faulting to human activities is fertile soils in the rift valleys. Rift valleys may collect volcanic or alluvial soils, which happen to be ideal for farming. Another positive effect of faulting to human activities is water sources, whereby fault lines can allow underground water to rise to the surface as springs, which is very useful for domestic and for irrigation purposes. In addition to that, with tourism attraction, features such as the escarpments, fault scarps, the rift valleys themselves, they attract tourists, and subsequently they boost the tourism industry. In addition to that, we've got hydroelectric power, short form HEP. Faulted areas can form waterfalls or steep gradients, which are ideal for hydroelectric power generation. Next, let's have a look at the negative effects of faulting to the human activities. With earthquakes, you see, active faulting zones can cause destructive earthquakes, damaging infrastructure, and may end up causing loss of life and property. The second negative effect of faulting to the human activities is poor transport networks, whereby rugged terrain with steep escarpments and fault scarps make road and railway construction very difficult or very expensive. Another negative effect of faulting to human activities is displacement of people. So you'll find earthquakes and fault movement may lead to mass displacement and also destruction of homes. Another negative effect of faulting to human activity is flooding. Faulting may block rivers, causing lakes or even floods that affect human settlements and agriculture. My dear little genius, we've come to the end of this session, and I'm sure you've learned a lot. In case there is anything that you never understood, feel free to reach out to me. You can email me, you can text me, you can, whichever way you can reach me, or you can even comment here. I'll respond to your questions and guide you on more ways of mastering whatever we've learned today. Be my ambassador. Share this information with your friends so that they can benefit as well. I've been your online teacher, Teacher Paul Kuria. Until the next time, I say goodbye.